many things. Take that pride and just put it aside. I thought to myself, could I really run the whole 13 miles? It will take me 3.5 hours at my pace. Who would be there to see me if I fell? I didn't even want any friends there. I just said Daniel and Brent could be there, nobody else. I told Debbie Moore, don't you dare come. Don't you dare come. Because I said, what if I don't make it? How can I be an undercover runner in case I don't finish? Have you ever tried to be an undercover director? My friends, training. How do you train for something you've never done before? If we all knew the answers, then faith would not be required and the Lord would be totally left out of our plans and our victories. And we need Him for anything that's worthwhile. Thank you to Mary Kay for modeling for all of us in this one-of-a-kind company. My daughter believed in me and said, I'll run with you. Mom, we're a great team. So even if I didn't think I could do it, I would have to try because she believed and I wanted to do it with her. Your director is your running partner. She is your trainer. She wants to do this Mary Kay Marathon with you. And it started with a daily win. Started with 1 contact, 1 mile, 1 to 2 miles, 1 to 2 faces, 2 miles, 2 to 3 miles, a party, more parties, an interview. And soon it was easy as I was talking on the phone and running and texting the world. I was listening to worship music and thanking God for the energy and the legs and the breath and the muscles to be able to run. Perfect starts, power starts, attitude changing, almost without knowing it. My friends, your desire begins to grow and you begin training because you tried. Then I downloaded that training schedule. Have you downloaded the advanced brochure so you know exactly where you're going and what your track is? 1 week before the marathon, after 3 months of training, Jordan and I were in that place of questioning because neither of us had ever done a marathon before. And I said, do we do this? Can we do this? Were we nuts? What were we thinking? So we scheduled a practice run. I told Jordan, come on over. We got 9 miles today to run. Well, guess what happened? Woo! I found a 13-mile course and didn't tell her. When we got home, 3 times she said, I'm done. I go, no, you're not. You got me into this. You are not done. You are running with me. And so we finished at 13.4 miles, 7 days before we were supposed to do the race. And then I said to Jordan, I said, guess what? We don't have to run next week. She goes, you're right, Mom. We already did it. Let's just post it on Facebook. We walked in the kitchen and Brent Eicher says, are you kidding me? You are definitely running the race. You are registered. You want the shirt. You want the medal. You want the finish line. You want the whole ball of whatever, victories. And I said, okay. So he said, don't rob yourself of the sweet victory. How many times have we robbed ourselves of sweet victory? We stopped just short of where we're going because we're not sure we can do it. So we decided we're going to go and do it. Question, my friends, do you work your business when you feel like it or because you've made the commitment? We didn't feel like running when we woke up the Friday before, but guess what? We made the commitment. Race weekend arrived. We did the official race. No turning back. And let me tell you the rest of the story, the lessons that I learned. Own your personal race this seminar year. Own your personal race this seminar year. Own your own race to your own finish line. We gathered at 7 in the morning, and naturally I started looking around at all these fit people. Oh, young, not so young, big, little, tall, short. Looking at the shirts that they had from previous races that they finished. Then the comparison game began. Oh my gosh. Never compare yourself to anyone else because you really will come up on the short end of the stick. But then I felt the energy of the group and I watched them warm up and they buddied up and the music was playing and now I'm starting to go, oh my gosh, this is really going to happen. And it was so cold but I was hot and the adrenaline started to flow. You know when you're running for a goal and it's like, get out of my way, I am going for it. Well, they were getting their race t-shirts. They were lacing up. They were tying things under their shoes. The excitement was everything. 2,000 plus people, throngs of people everywhere. And I said to Jordan, I don't care if we're the last 2 through the line. We're going to do this now. And guess what? We got in the middle, we squished ourselves in the middle of the group. And I said, look at this. And the music started and the group started to move, this mass movement. And I just looked around and I said, oh my gosh, we're really doing it. And I got my legs in. And then we start running. And I looked behind me and I said, oh my gosh, we're not last. There's 1,000 people behind who was pacing behind me said, "Oh my gosh, I have never seen anybody as crazy as you. Will you give it a good time?" And I said to my first race, she goes, "I could tell." And so anyway, by the time we got to the 6th mile, there's Brent and Daniel videotaping, and I'm going, yeah, you know, and taking pictures and keeping on going, and pretty soon we get to the end of the race, and there is like this ginormous hill in front of us, and I said, "Really, are they kidding me? Where's the other route? I'm not going up that hill. I am not walking. I'm running this whole dang race. I'm not walking, but I cannot run up that hill. I am old and my legs are tired." And Jordan said, "Mother, you gotta slow down. You are running so fast." We were running 11-minute miles. I had no idea because the adrenaline. You guys, who are you running with? You gotta run with the runners. If you hang around the excited people, it takes you places you never imagined. Every time you reach a new thing, you celebrate. And that's what was happening. Somebody up there wants to race. She's up there in her seat going like this right now. I just love that girl. She's going to be a director. Yep, you in the white up there. Yeah, wave your hand. She's like going wild up there. Okay, so I was so excited. And then I started texting, and my directors were texting back. People, watch what you do. They were my cheering section. They were my amen corner. Do you have balcony people cheering you on? You know what? We can't hang around basement people, thinkers, and expect to do great things. You got to find balcony people that will take you and take you. And finally, I got a text back from Daniel. He said, "I am so impressed that you are 10 miles behind you. I will be waiting at the finish line." You guys, I was so excited I could hardly stand myself. We did. We just kept putting one foot in front of the other, and we went up those nasty hills, and we finished. Do you have a power partner, my friends? You can navigate the hills, the ups and the downs in Mary Kay. You have a power partner and somebody who believes in you. You know what? You have to have somebody just cheering you on, even when you don't see the finish line or what's going to happen. When we passed through the 12th mile, I said to Jordan, "Oh my gosh, we're done. We are done. We're going to see that banner. We're going to race through it. Do we get to knock through it or what?" She goes, "No, Mother, it's way up high. I already saw it." But let me just say this, you guys. When we went through that finish line, I was like crying. I was so excited. I couldn't wait to get this cheap medal around my neck. I'm telling you, it meant more to me than a diamond bumblebee. I couldn't get my race shirt on fast enough. I was so proud, and I was so happy that we did it. You guys, listen to me. Winning is such a great feeling. Victory is awesome. We were engineered for miracles. That's the way our God made us. That is in our DNA. If you are His child, you are engineered for miracles. My question to you is, what medal do you wear around your neck? Did you lace up your tennis shoes? Do you mentally see yourself at the starting line? Some of you had a great July. You're already on your way. You're already at your 2nd mile marker. What finish line will you run through? You have women who have gone before you, and they have been mentors, like our dear Mary Kay, and a legacy of national sales directors who watched us. We've had the privilege of seeing them do amazing things. I remember admiring National Sales Director Shirley Hutton early in my career because she was a mentor to Debbie Moore. And because Debbie Moore was my National Sales Director, I got to hang around with Shirley Hutton. Shirley was a company record breaker, and she ran every race to win. Shirley invited Debbie and I to Minneapolis because she was doing a retreat. In fact, Glory was there because Glory remembers this. And we were invited to go there. We went there, and Shirley is one of these people that likes to sell things. Shirley sold all of her clothes, her belts, her shoes, earrings, and I said, "Oh," we were at her mansion in Minneapolis, and I said, "I got to buy a piece of history. I've got to have something from Shirley Hutton. I've got to." So I bought a pair of shoes, flat shoes, that didn't fit me back then. I could never wear those shoes, but I bought them at the bargain price of $25. I bought those shoes 15 to 20 years ago, and I had them in my shoe closet tucked away. I always said, if the Lord ever allows me to be the #1 national sales director like Shirley Hutton, I would pull out those shoes and walk a stage mile in those shoes. So thanks to the excellence of our Emerald Division's first family, I shall walk out a dream that was planted in my heart many years ago. I'm going to walk that stage mile in Shirley Hutton's shoes.